Coach, obviously just a massive win tonight. What's the feeling coming off the court with this one and into the locker room? I mean, what's the vibe like right now?
Our guys are tired, honestly. I went in there and it was underwhelming the amount of Mike, you gotta.
Oh, sorry. We got people joining.
Yeah.
My bad.
I thought our guys would be really jacked up and they are. They are. Our staff is as well. But again, the feeling in the locker room is a little bit more fatigue, than these last couple. It's been a long road trip, been a long week to 10 days. Huge win for us. South Carolina is a very, very good team. Are you kidding me? They're so hard to defend, and they set great screens. They run good stuff. And Murray Bulls is one of the toughest matchups in the country, and they just sit down and guard you. They're so disciplined. With their half court defense, we weren't able to get a lot of easy ones in transition, and unfortunately, we had to hit some tough twos. Silas stepped up and hit some big shots for us. Blue hit some big shots. We got some offensive rebound, extra possessions by Dylan, by Asa. Somto played well. I could go on and on. I'll let y'all ask questions, but huge week for us, huge win. Appreciative to the Georgia fans that made the drive over here. They were a factor, especially late in the game. It's a big win for our team and for our program.
Hey, Mike, I'll ask you a question on a topic that I know you enjoy. Joe Lunardi said during the game that you just needed to beat South Carolina or one of these next two games to be in the NCAA tournament. So, your thoughts on that and being in this position now?
If you see him, hold him to it. If that's what he said, it sounds like it's done. I'm just teasing. We just can't worry about that stuff. And we're appreciative that you get positive accolades and attention, and our guys have earned that with their play, and their resilience and their growth as individuals and their growth collectively, with their connection. And you beat number three and you go on the road and get two straight quad ones. We've done some good things, but we talk daily. I know I give you guys a lot of cliches, but it's what we literally talk about. Is we can't control any of that. So we're going to worry about what we can control, and that's getting a great day of rest tomorrow, getting back academically with our responsibilities there, having a great practice Thursday. We got a huge opportunity Saturday against a Vanderbilt team that's had a wonderful year. They've done a phenomenal job. Another great opportunity for us.
Go to Mike Griffith and then to Graham Coffee.
Yeah, Mike, could you talk a little bit about the direct travel? I guess you went right from Texas to
Yeah.
South Carolina. When was that discussed? What did that enable you to do differently?
It was discussed a while back, and we're thankful to our administration. I appreciate you bringing that up because I wouldn't have, I probably wouldn't have thought of that. It gave us the opportunity to skip the bus ride over and to get right to Columbia at spring break. Our guys obviously don't have school, so we were able to utilize South Carolina's facilities the last couple days, really lock in on the scouting report. We're appreciative, of course, to their athletic department and their basketball program to give us those opportunities. More so, though, than probably since the Bahamas, maybe even more so than the Bahamas. We had a lot of time with one another. And so I think it showed a little bit, with our connection tonight, and hopefully we'll continue to see signs of a team that's really connected, that has spent some time with one another. Got a chance to rest too, a lot of hotel time, a lot of film time. Our guys like being around each other, so it was definitely embraced, by our players.
And to follow up, if you don't mind, Mike, this 3 game stretch, Mike mentioned how long it's been. It followed losing 9 of 11 games. Can
Yeah.
you talk about just the buy-in and the chemistry? And you've been a lot of places and done a lot of things, but I don't know if if you had a 3 game win streak after losing 9 of 11. I know this year is a bit of an outlier for the
Yeah.
SEC.
You know what, Mike? I gotta say this, and I can't bite my tongue. I don't read a lot of that stuff, and I don't listen to a lot of it, but some of it finds its way to you. And to say, what's wrong with Georgia? They've lost 9 out of 11. I don't think that's the the appropriate question. I mean, where's, the context, the narrative. We lost 9 games to 9 really, really good teams. I mean, I want to say we've played more top 25 teams than anybody in the country. We've played more top 10 teams than anybody in the country. If that hasn't changed, I know that was a stat a few days ago. Mike just walked out the room. But it's not like we lost 9 games. I want to say we were the underdog in maybe all 9, so we're thankful we won the other 2. I mean, it's the best league in the history of college basketball. So it's not, when you're hearing what's wrong with Georgia, and I tried to tell our guys that in different words and in different ways, the negative noise, it doesn't, let's just keep getting better. A lot of teams would have lost to the team we just lost to. Let's get better today. Let's focus on the next one. And we played a couple teams that are really good, really close. And think about the position we'd be sitting in if you were able to get one of those Auburn games or at Arkansas or Mississippi State at home, but those teams are really good. So it's not like Georgia was favored by 15 in 4 games that they lost and they just didn't show up. That's not who this team is. I think our record doesn't indicate how competitive we are. And I'll say that for the rest of this league as well. I mean, South Carolina beat Clemson. South Carolina is really good. They're just like us. They're playing in the best league in the history of college basketball.
Hey, Graham, before you go, since Mike said that 9 games, 8 of those teams were ranked in the top 25. 6 of them were in the top 10. 5 of them were top 10 games on the road. There are probably 350 teams in the country that haven't played 5 top 10 teams on the road this season. Sorry to interject, but I had to.
No, thank you. Speaking of kind of the buy-in you were talking about, Mike, you guys 24 bench points tonight, like on the road. It seemed like, especially with some of the foul trouble with your starters, that was one of, or maybe the key to the game. Just curious how you've been able to keep all these guys engaged in kind of this portal era where it seems like if you're not starting, you're departing in a lot of instances.
Well, you never know what the spring holds for our team and for our program and really every program in college basketball. You just don't know. I can tell you the guys that didn't get in the game tonight didn't show any type of let me backtrack. The guys that didn't play tonight were locked in and they were energetic on the bench and they're happy for their teammates. And I said this on the radio post game with Chuck. Deshane Montgomery comes to mind. He had some big games for us early. He's a talented kid. He's having some of his best practices of the year here these last few days. And so his time will come. He's just got to continue to get better. It's not like we're playing an overly short bench. Our bench was great tonight. Certain teams in our league play 6, 7 guys. Certain teams play 10, 11. We're probably right there in the middle. We're just going to do what we got to do game to game to give ourselves the best chance. But our bench was really good. Justin Somto was terrific. Dakota did some really big things. One of his better games, I think. It was a big win.
Go to Aaron Ladd and then to Roger Maynard. Well, I admitted, Aaron.
Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
Go to Roger Maynard, and then I think that's everybody. If I've missed anybody, please raise your hand in the chat.
Hey, Coach, can you hear me?
Yep.
Hey, sorry, I can't activate my video camera. Sorry. Just curious, all year long, it's been about trying to get better, trying to maximize the team that you have and kind of really not looking at the scoreboard. Kind of where are you right now as you wrap up the regular season schedule, getting ready for the tournament?
In the same exact place. That's it. I am where my feet are. We're in the moment. We're focused on tomorrow and the next day and the next day. That's it. So the next opponent obviously is Vanderbilt. We won't celebrate this real long. We got a long bus ride home. We'll lock in and really try to learn as much about this Vanderbilt team as we can and relay that to our guys. We got a day off tomorrow. Those are things we can control. And I hope I've answered the question to your satisfaction. Let me. I'd like to add this. I should have said this in the opening remarks. And we just talked about the strength of our bench tonight. Tyron Lawrence, I'd leave Tyron out because I don't even think of him as a bench guy, but he's a starting player for us. I thought he was really good tonight, really good. And then our guards, the way our guards rebounded the ball, I think collectively we had 15. We've gotten better in that category. We got to continue to build off of that. And then I think collectively our guards had 1 turnover. Think about how far we've come from November with our decision making, our ball toughness, our ball security, just making simple plays. On the road in the SEC to have 1 turnover in your backcourt is pretty strong. Gives you a chance.